mis amores, this is Macilma Sparkle DIYs. Welcome to my channel. For today's DIYs, I am sharing with you guys 7 rustic Christmas DIYs using Dollar Tree items. I hope you guys like it and enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and start with our first tutorial. For the first DIY, I will be using this photo frame from Dollar Tree, and the first thing I'm doing is removing the back and everything inside. I am saving the stars for a future DIY, but for this DIY, I'm adding a couple of these Dollar Tree bells instead. This Joy Christmas card is from Dollar Tree. I'm only using the outside. You can use the inside instead and give this photo frame as a Christmas gift. To cut the card the right size to fit the frame, I'm using the back part of the frame as a template. Now that I cutted the card, I'm applying Mod Podge to glue the card to the back of the frame. Next, I'm putting it back on the frame. You can leave it simple like this, but I'm adding another touch. I removed 2 stems from this pick that I got from Walmart and cut the ends with a floral wire cutter to glue them to the top of the frame, and added this little simple bow to the center that I made using a ribbon, also from Walmart. And for the final touch, I glued to the center of the bow one of the little bells. For the second DIY, I am using these 2 wood signs from Dollar Tree. I removed the 2 hearts and sanded the letters to give the sign 2 coats of an acrylic black paint. Now that the paint is dry, the next step is to glue both pieces together by applying glue. These clip hangers are great for projects like this, and I purchased them also at Dollar Tree. Once the glue is dry, I remove the clips and turn the sign around to sand the middle with a sandpaper and give it another coat of black paint. If you want your sign to be more smooth in the middle, you can apply wood filler and then sand it, and it will give you the smooth finish, but for me it doesn't matter since I want my sign to look very rustic. Here I'm dry brushing white paint over the sign and sanding the corners to give it a weathered and more realistic appearance. Trying to imitate wood, I first painted a nut, then the wood grains flowing from it. Dry brushed with some more white paint and sanded some areas for an even more rustic look. I purchased this letterboard phrase set from Walmart for only $3. You just want to remove the words so you can glue them to the sign. If you have any little extra piece still attached to your word, sand it really carefully and it will be smooth. Instead of applying the glue to the whole back of the letter, I applied it on the little tabs they have in the back for a 3D effect, then repeated the same steps for each of the other letters. Instead of the star on the top, I'm adding this beautiful deer that I got from Walmart. Dollar Tree also has beautiful deers, and I added some glue and then glued it to the top of the sign. To make the third DIY, I grabbed this poster board papers from Dollar Tree. I think it comes 5 or 6 in the pack, so you can make a lot of cone trees for only $1. First, I grabbed one of the poster board papers, and with a pencil and a ribbon to guide me, I drew an arc. Cut it with my scissors where I made the mark, and then starting with the smaller side first, rolled the poster and added some glue to secure it. With a sachet yarn from Dollar Tree, I am going around the cone from the bottom to the top. Make sure to add glue at your starting point and at the end when you cut your yarn. Got this star ornament from Target's Dollar Spot, and I will glue it to the top as the tree topper. Made a little bow from the same yarn, and I also added the string that came with the star. And glued it to the top of the tree and cut at the tips. For the fourth DIY, I'm using this sled sign from Dollar Tree and carefully took it apart to stain the sticks. I think they are called runners, not sure, let me know in the comments down below. With a paper towel, I rubbed the stain to color them, then painted the corners with some black paint and brushed some of the black paint on the sticks to kind of make it look distressed. With a paper towel, I blended all the colors together. Now for the big piece, I removed the paper as best as I could and I sanded it. I could have used the back to paint it, but I wanted the texture that removing the paper leaves behind. Since I want my piece to look very rustic as much as possible, went ahead and used this side and I painted it black. I purchased this gift bag from Walmart. It was $1.48 and I'm cutting the deer off. But before I glue the deer, I'm going to put everything back together using my hot glue gun. On the top piece of the sled, I glued the sticker that says believe. I got this sticker from the dollar spot at Target and it comes in a bag with multiple stickers. Now I apply Mod Podge to the back of the deer to glue it to the sled. To distress it more, I brushed Mod Podge on top, going in the same direction. Then with a paper towel, I blended it together, going up and down. With a piece of ribbon, I am creating the hanger by looping it on the holes and making 2 knots, and I will secure everything with some hot glue. Now I made a very simple bow using the same ribbon. Now on the middle of the hanger, I glued 2 pieces of stems, the same ones we used on the first DIY. And glue the little bow on the center. For my 5th DIY, I used this heavy candle holder from Dollar Tree and I am painting it white. And for the top, I used this glass vase, also from Dollar Tree. I'm sticking this deer head to the vase and I am painting the vase with the same white paint we used for the bottom piece. Now I am removing the sticker to show the design. Now I'm distressing the vase by sanding it with my sandpaper. With an oil-based black Sharpie, I painted on top of the letters. Added some white paint in some areas so it can look like it's distressed. I'm applying glue to the top of the candle holder and I will be putting the vase on top of it. I dabbed some black paint on the top to make it look more older. I glued some of the same greenery we used for the previous DIYs and added a simple touch in the middle by gluing some little snowballs that I had laying around. To make the gnome's body, crumple some bags together and wrap it around with tape until you get a flat bottom. Added more bags and wrapped everything together again by going around with tape. Then place this cone from the Dollar Tree on top and attach it together to create the body with more tape. And this is the shape we need, kind of a cone on the top, round on the bottom, and very flat underneath. Now with this blanket that I got from Dollar Tree, I placed my gnome's body in the middle and then I wrapped everything together like a little present. Tie the top with a zip tie. Cut all the extra fabric off and we will use that for the feet and the arms later. With this beautiful placemat that I got from Dollar Tree, I am making the hat by adding glue and bringing it over exactly like you will see here. Now cut all the excess off and add some glue inside and bring the ends in for a cleaner look and make sure it fits your gnome, but don't glue it until the end. I decided to go with this red hairband from Dollar Tree that they had on Halloween, but you can use anything else that you like for his beard. Once you know how high you want your beard to be, add glue to the sides and glue them. I wanted a big pom-pom to put on the top, and I found this perfect keychain at Dollar Tree, and I just removed the chain, added glue and glued it to the top. For his nose, I used a small wood ball that I found at Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree has many little balls you can use for his nose, and also if you have any wood beads from previous projects, you can use that to just make sure the holes are not visible. To make his legs, use some of the extra fabric you have left, just roll it, then add glue to secure it and make sure the stitch parts are on the outside and on the bottom. Cut any extra fabric off and make sure they are the same size. Now to attach it to the gnome, add glue to the non-stitch area of the leg and glue it to the bottom outer edges. To make his shoes, I used a piece of cardboard and I traced how big I wanted his shoes to be, cut it with the scissors, then used that one as a guide for the second one. Dollar Tree has these little plastic containers that come in a package. Glue one on each end of the cardboard shoe sole. And now on the front, glue a pom-pom. I'm cutting a piece of this microfiber cloth from Dollar Tree and I covered the shoe, leaving the top open, and on the back of the container I added glue to glue the cloth. In the front, I added glue to the container, pushed the top of the cloth into the glue, and added glue on both sides, then bent the sides in to the middle. Now cut the extra fabric hanging on the bottom, add glue to the center, and cover the cardboard with the cloth. Cut any extra fabric you have left, and on the front I decided to add these two little pom-poms. Add glue in the inside of the container and glue it to the bottom of his leg, and repeat the same step for the other leg. For his arms, I used whatever was left from the fabric and did the same steps I did for the legs. Next, I tied the top with floral wire so when I glue the arms, they don't look flat. His hand, I use a wood ball, gluing it to the bottom of the arm. Repeat the same step for the other hand. Now that I'm done with the hands and I know where I want my arms to be, I can go ahead and glue them. For the last step, I am gluing the hat to the nose, and then I'm adding glue to the sides and gluing it to the sides. And any empty spaces that you see between the hat and the beard, fill it up with some of the hair. My gnome is complete. I love this little guy. I think he looks super adorable with his red beard. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. For the last DIY, I spray painted white this green basket from Dollar Tree. I wasn't going to add this DIY in today's video since I deleted the clip of me showing the before of the basket by accident, but I think it's too cute not to share with you guys. I cutted this microfiber cloth from Dollar Tree in half and folded it in 3, gluing it with hot glue. Now I'm gluing it to the top of the basket. I cutted another piece of cloth to cover the rest and glued it inside of the other piece. I had a piece of this scarf from Dollar Tree, so I cut it in half to make 2 bows on the sides on the handles. Made my 2 bows in the sides very rustic, and inside of the basket I added some pine cones, some greenery, and some fairy lights. Okay, mis amores, thank you so much for watching today's video. I am currently working on the next DIYs, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss any of the videos I upload on this channel, and I will see you all soon. Bye!